my name is Jennifer Hennig, and I'll be talking a little bit about social media and safety, awareness, and protection online. This topic is important because we all share a lot of information online. Studies show that it's mainly used for friends and family. Some of us use it as a space filler and for our news stories. One of the things I watch a lot is Duck Dynasty, and the things that crack me up about Jace on there is that he says about social media that he doesn't have it because if he hadn't contacted you in the last 20 years, there's a reason, but social media is the one that introduces that we might know these people. So I thought that was a little bit comical. And I do use social media a lot for families. I have family overseas. I use it a lot for business and networking. And I did monitor my kids growing up. They didn't like it, but I did put limits on their phones. But they're adults now, so I don't have to really worry about that much. And so it's just an important topic because it's growing worldwide and we use it every day and we should be aware of what's going on. So one of the first things I'm going to talk about is kids' social media, mainly TikTok, general awareness and some facts, and the use of social media as a news source. So just kids and security, a common way of interacting with them is a safety issue is that popularity grows in a lot of trends. One of the things that it's being called the epidemic hysteria is them imitating behaviors of people, and it's just spreading like a phenomenon to for example, the ticks. There's been an increase in kids going to neurology clinics. There's also been these challenges, and one of them here in the U.S. caused 20 plus deaths in less than or about 2 months. It was called lethal blackout. So one of the things, these things happen with our kids if they go unchecked. But something that can be done is just putting program and apps on their phones to help you aid them, put filters on their phones or tablets. But the most impact is just talking to them about these things and then just personally monitoring them. So now that we've talked about that a little bit, I just want to talk about some general awareness and some facts about social media that can help increase your safety and awareness. Is that some studies show that 59.4% of the global population is using social media. That blew my mind. And from January 2013 to 2023, that's about a decade, there was an increase of 177% in the usage of it. So on average, the person who uses social media is on it 2.5 hours a day. Wow. So that does bring up some issues with privacy and security because sometimes it makes us feel a sense of trust and security, but feeling that way opens the door for people to harass us, maybe commit fraud. There's hate speech, and then there's graphic content we don't always want to see, and these are things we can become victim of if we get too trustworthy of it and are not aware. So just to ensure there are some safe ways to do this. Make sure you're on social media platforms that have settings to report concerning content. That's one way to do it. And then that leads into the time that we're on it. Sometimes we use it as our news source, and then we have to ask ourselves, is what we're reading true, or is it someone's opinion? And just knowing the difference between facts and opinion and misinformation. And the only way to really do that is just be your own fact checker, and to help prevent that is just know that if you read something, just ask yourself before you share it, should you ignore or share it, and just be sure to do your own research. And I wouldn't probably trust the fact checkers on social media either. And the other issue and safety issue with not fact checking is that false information can spread hysteria and cause issues in our communities. And that fake news also study shows that misinformation is provided to enhance or reduce your sense of understanding. So there is an agenda there, and it's also causes us to respond opposite of raising awareness, because it's just helping us cognitively speaking to reduce our discomfort by just telling us what we want to hear. So it's good to fact check those things and face the conflict direct and raise awareness that way. But now that we've covered the points about how to keep our families safe, about fact checking before we share, and just the general awareness with the global percentage of people using it and not becoming a trusted source so quickly, will help you be safer on social media. So now that we've discussed all of that, I don't plan on getting rid of social media, but I plan on being a better safekeeper, and I encourage you to do the same with your families, with just the general awareness of how much it's growing and sharing information. Thank you for your time. Have a good night.